let's get to the guy who's probably the biggest disappointment of this group the last year here, and that's Darrian Beavers.
Hashtag save our Beavers.
Yeah, we had some high hopes for this guy. We really did going into the season. We kind of thought that we saw him in the preseason. Again, it's preseason. Let's be honest. We know with preseason, it's not regular season. Things change from going to preseason to regular season, But he looked really good in preseason. He started taking that, starting linebacker job during preseason, tears his ACL, never plays it down that entire regular season, comes in year 2, and we thought he would just kind of take over that spot because he just looked so good. But he doesn't even make the active roster, guys. Goes in the practice squad, pops in for 2 games last season, doesn't have a single stat to speak of. So I don't know what kind of expectation we should really have. I mean, we do talk about it all the time, that it takes, your second year coming back from an ACL for most people to really regain form. And I get that. But when you, in that first year, appear in 2 games, you don't have a single stat line. I get there's nowhere to go but up. But how far up is realistic to think at that point?
I mean, just because you don't have a stat line doesn't mean you're going to go up, because you have negative stat lines, which means
you can have -1 tackle. You can't have -1 tackle.
Well, you can watch this guy and everyone runs by him. He doesn't stop anything. Like,
what do you do? Like, you pick the guy up off the field. Here, hold on.
Let me tack you for a gain.
But I guess my thought process with him is, again, it's like I said, where is the thought on what he's going to be? Where's the ceiling here? And I think the ceiling is probably going to be, again, I hate to say, because we had such higher hopes from just 2 years ago. But I think the big thing is that his ceiling is probably backup special team helper. I think that's probably the best we can expect him at this point. And that's probably safe to say, because you don't go from what he did last year to taking Micah McFadden's job.
No, it's not happening.
No. So if he can be a quality backup that also contributes in special teams, that's probably his ceiling. And his floor is probably practice squad around the NFL.
I mean, you just talked about hypothetically having McFadden being so good that we have to re-sign him at a crazy amount of money.
And that's why I'm saying. Again, we did talk about that as a possible but not a likely scenario, just to clarify for those who didn't watch that segment. But yeah, like I said, I don't see him taking that job from him, so I don't think it's realistic to expect him to develop into a starting linebacker. But if he can be a quality backup, guy who gets maybe 40 tackles, contributes in special teams, that's not a bad year for him.
No, I mean, you got a guy who's rookie. You don't see any rookie numbers because tears the ACL right before last season. Well, this prior season, comes back and, like you said, does nothing. You don't have any expectations for this guy. How can you? How can you predict where he's going to go?
Remember that Mad TV segment? We're going to age ourselves. That Mad TV segment they used to have that to compete with SNL. They had the dating show. Lowered expectations.
Yes. Bobby Lee at it.
Like, that's what I feel like this is where we're at. Like, we had such high expectations for him last year because we were hoping he's going to come back, be healthy, take over from where he was that prior preseason. And instead, he just doesn't even make the roster.
Yeah, it's supposed to be okay and Beavs. Hashtag save our Beaver.
You just want to keep saying hashtag save our Beavers. I'm on to you.
100%.
I thought so.
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support.
Thanks so much.